I'm Eggs, and welcome to Whiz Kid Wednesday. Today at chapel, we're going to be talking about some recent world history, and specifically the leader Desmond Tutu. Desmond Tutu is a South African Anglican cleric and theologian. All right, so what is the Anglican Church, and how is that different from the Episcopal Church? Well, the Episcopal Church is a part of the Anglican Church, but Anglican is a broader term that includes many other Anglican congregations that are not themselves Episcopalian, and many of those Anglican congregations are in African countries. Desmond Tutu was an anti-apartheid activist. Okay, so what's apartheid? Apartheid was a system of laws and social practices in South Africa that enforced racial segregation and discrimination of non-white people. While white people in South Africa were the minority, they held all of the political, financial, and military power over people of color. Apartheid was an intricate system of laws and structural racism that touched every aspect of life, where you could live and visit, who you could marry, what you could study, what jobs were available to you, and everything in between. Apartheid wasn't ended until the mid-1990s, well into my lifetime, and the ramifications are still felt today. As a teacher and Archbishop of Cape Town, Desmond Tutu preached and taught about nonviolent protest, universal suffrage, which is the right of every citizen to vote, acceptance and celebration of the LGBTQ community, and the divinity and humanity, praying for those that upheld apartheid as well as its victims. He believes that people are all made in God's image and worthy of love and forgiveness, that it's the systems that are broken, and the people within those systems are just acting out of fear, and that they deserve love and they deserve prayers as much as the victims. And that only through acceptance and forgiveness can we allow those people that upheld those oppressive systems to learn and grow and become better people. In 1984, Desmond Tutu was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his work as an anti-apartheid activist. During his anti-apartheid activism, he was denounced from all sides. The conservative white minority in South Africa hated his work dismantling apartheid. Some white liberals thought that he was too radical and that he should curtail his work and dial it back. Many black leaders believed that he was not radical enough. He was disliked for what was called communist ideologies, and he was also disliked for not joining the Communist political party. Sometimes when doing hard work, you upset everyone. But he never gave up. He continued to imagine and build a better world, continued to work in solidarity with like-minded people like Nelson Mandela. He continued to be critical of his adversaries as well as his allies, never settling for good enough. Where in our lives are we seeing injustice and cruelty? How are we reacting? Are we being thoughtfully critical of our allies? Are we giving love to our adversaries? Are we okay with good enough and comfortable with the status quo? Or are we dreaming and building of a better world, on earth as it is in heaven? We'll end our time today with a prayer from Desmond Tutu. Disturb us, O Lord, when we are too well pleased with ourselves, when our dreams have become true because we dreamed too little, because we sailed too close to the shore. Disturb us, O Lord, when with the abundance of things we possess, we have lost our thirst for the water of life. When, having fallen in love with time, we have ceased to dream of eternity, and in our efforts to build a new earth, we have allowed our vision of heaven to grow dim. Stir us, O Lord, to dare more boldly, to venture into wider seas, where storms show thy mastery, where losing sight of land, we shall find the stars. In the name of him who pushed back the horizons of our hopes and invited the brave to follow. Amen. So today, think about the ways that we are seeing injustice in our world, and think about Desmond Tutu and look him up.